How's everybody doing? I'm doing a little video on how to do a mixed media project on a 6x6 canvas, and I'm using some scrapbook paper, as you can see here. I will be using a silver black pearl brush number 6 flat, and I will be using some, I'll put the colors here so you can see them. I'll be using some golden paints, cobalt blue, light phthalo blue, dioxazine purple, chromium oxide, green dark, light green shade. And you can purchase the kit that includes all the paints, the line drawing, and your 6x6 canvas, plus your soft gel mat to complete the project on my website. And it's only $15 for the kit. So I'm gonna first start with the light blue and the dark blue, and I'm just gonna kind of mix them together. But as you can see, I'm not putting really any water in my brush. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of come here and just rub that paint onto my paper. And this is just regular scrapbooking paper, but I get the heavy duty one. So the kit includes the paper, but I never know exactly what design you're gonna get, but it's gonna be something similar to this. So as you can see, I haven't put any water in my brush because when you put water on paper, you know what happens, right? It bulks all up and gets all wrinkly, and I don't like that look. So here, we're gonna go around here. And what I'm doing is I'm pressing my brush and going around, see that? And I am going to load up my brush again with the light blue and the dark blue. The little edge here has like a little petal sticking out. And it has a little one here on the bottom, and we'll shade those in a minute. Plus a big petal here. And all I'm doing is letting the brush do the work. If you notice, I'm not forcing it. I'm just following the shape of the tracing that comes included in your kit. And then here, there's another petal. And I'm going to put this here. I like this brush because it's nice and hardy, and you don't have to put so many layers of paint on it, right? So now what we want to do is we want to shade in between the petals. So some of them are on top and some on the bottom. So I'm taking a little bit of my dioxazine purple, and I'm putting it on the side of my brush. If you can see that, the blue is on the whole brush, but the dioxazine purple is just on the side. So I'm going to follow where the folds are for my painting, and I'm going to put them upside down because I find that when you put things upside down, you can see them a little bit better. And I'm going to add a tad of water, just a little drop, because I want this to be watery. And I'm going to start in the center. See that? So I know how much paint and water I have. So I'm going to come here, show you a better picture. And I'm just going to shade this around here, tap my brush on my paper towel, and just walk it out so that it has a nice little shade. I will do the same thing on here. See that? And on the bottom of this one here. So I need a tad more of water. And I'm going to brush this guy along. I'm going to pick up a little bit of my light blue now. And I'm going to highlight the little tip here of this blue. See that? Instead of using white paint, I'm using the light blue, and it gives it a little highlight. And I'm going to do the same thing right here in the corner, right? Light blue, but I'm going to pick up my dark blue again and mix it in there so that that petal has a lot of grain in it, right? Like a real flower would do. Okay, so we're going to have to shade this little guy underneath here. I'm going to take a tad of water and tap my brush on my paper towel and pick up a little bit of that purple again. Tap again. Always tap on your paper towel. I'm going to take him upside down, and I'm going to, again, start in the center. And why do I do that? So that I know how much paint I have in my brush. That's a good, tricky way to know that. I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing here. See that? And keep a straight line because you want those edges really sharp. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of that purple right here on top. And I'm just turning my brush this way. I'm going to rinse my brush completely now because I don't want any of that purple back in my brush. And I'm gonna tap it on my paper towel and pick up a little bit of my light blue. And now I'm just gonna highlight some of those edges here. Just on top, come from the top down. And I'm doing, see my brush, I'm going slow to show you. I'm just pressing down on it. And do the other side. Come here and put a little bit of that white right here where the purple is. And a little bit here. You're gonna turn it around. Now, I know you can do this because, I mean, look how fast I'm going. And if you just have a little faith in yourself, you can make this happen. I need a little bit of that light blue here on the corner. So I'm gonna turn them around upside down again. And I'm going to take my brush from the very tip and bring the paint in. Bring the paint in over here. And a little bit here. So a flower, see how easy that is? I mean, you can do this, sit down whenever you're looking for something to do and just get a sheet of paper out. Better yet, I'll send you the whole kit. I'm gonna take a little bit of my dioxide purple and I'm gonna go in the center here and I'm gonna tap, tap, tap that purple so that it looks like the center of the flower, and I want this part here to be the darkest. So I'm just tipping my brush a little bit, making it almost like a little half moon. And I'm taking my brush now this way and tapping, tapping, tapping. I'm gonna rinse my brush completely. And we have to put the little green into it. So I have my light green, which is light green blue shade because we're doing a blue flower. And that's gonna be the little corner here, right? Pick up a little bit of the chromium oxide green dark. And I'm gonna go over it a little bit. And I'm gonna do a straight line right down the middle here for the stem. And really, that's all you need to do. It's done. And how long did it take you? No time at all. And if you practice, you can make a whole bunch of these, right? Well, now what I'm gonna do is, I am going to take the canvas that I'm gonna glue this onto, and I'm gonna take my soft gel matte from Golden, and I have a bristle-on filbert brush from Silver Brushes, and I will take my matte medium and start in the middle and put on a heavy amount of that onto your canvas. And this is one of those 6x6 canvases. Make sure the edges are the most important. Have a lot of that matte medium on it. Don't use Mod Podge or anything like that because that's kind of like a glue and it just stiffens the paper. And I like my paper to be soft. Then you take your paper and you just glue it on top. And I always cut it a tad bigger than the paper. See that? Oh, and that little blue line looks there like a little petal. I like that. A little mistake, happy little mistake, like Bob Ross used to say, right? Okay, so just push it down and let it dry. And look how beautiful that looks. You can give that to somebody as a gift and you'll really impress them. So if you want to see some more of my videos, just go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. And this way you can get notifications of when my videos are up and running. And that lets me know also if people are looking at my videos, which in turn makes me make more videos for you. So I'm glad you decided to join me and try this flower. Have a fun time doing it. And if you have any questions, just shoot me an email, and I appreciate you watching. Have a good day and enjoy your painting. Bye-bye. Okay, so here I have my canvas, and we want to glue this little bird onto our little canvas here. So I'm going to take my soft gel mat, which also comes with your kit when you buy it, so you don't have to buy anything. Everything comes in the kit, and all you have to do is sit in front of the computer or TV, wherever you watch your YouTube channel, and follow the instructions. So what I do is I take my soft gel mat, I rub the center with it and work it out. Work from the center out and make sure all the edges have a lot of the mat. See? Right? You can do this. I know you can. Because everybody that has bought one of these kits usually winds up buying another one. And they tell me, oh my gosh, this was so easy to do. I can't believe it. And you know what? If the first one doesn't come out the way you liked it, do another one. It's just paper. Before you glue it onto your canvas, just try in a few pieces of paper. I always send extra paper so that you can play with. So you get more than one little sheet of paper in your kit. Now I will take, and I always cut them just a tad bigger than the canvas so that you have enough room to get it to dry. And once it dries completely, just take a nail file and sand the edges off of the paper, wet the paper a little bit, and it will be fine. So now I'm going to place them right in the middle of our canvas, and from the center out, I am going to press to glue this little guy onto our canvas. Now, if you wanted to get fancy schmancy, you can paint the edges, but I have sold these all the time without painting the edges. I think it just stands out a little bit more, and you'll have no problem. So just leave me some comments if you tried the little bird. Send me a picture and let me know how it went. And if you want to purchase the kit, like I said, go to my website, chriscruzdesigns.com. And I hope you enjoy painting this little bird. Take care. Thanks.